Welcome once more to your program. It's Africultures, and as they say, we are going to go around the African continent. We are going to see what makes us to be so special. I love being black, but I love being from Africa. That's a good deal we have today, and we are here again to show to you that in the continent there are people who have been doing great things, and that you can be one of them. As you are going to see, we are going to have the authors, we are going to get into the world of the galleries, we are going to have so much to propose to you, and we hope that you are going to stay tuned. For this edition, we have a guest. It's a beautiful lady. That's what I would say first. And it's somebody that I've known throughout the years, and she has been really sticking to what she believes could be good for Africa. And that is what we have to promote. That is somebody we need to bring towards the youth, because we are looking for references. We are looking for what we can give to the kids and tell them that follow this and be the best for your continent. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy and so proud to have with me Chilli Wawaye. I said it well.
Yes, Wawaye, you did.
It's a lady I met some years ago, and she was really into the business and believed in it. And if you saw her CV at the time, for me, I think somebody would just say, I'm done. I have all what it needs to be a star, but if you don't want me, I'm done. I'm going to do my business. I'm going to have my money. No, she stuck to it, and I'm really proud because today you're going to discover the new album, the new presentation and the proposal of culture. You see the modern side and you see the traditional aspect in a beautiful young lady. We'll say welcome once more.
Thank you so much, Tessa.
So tell us, how does it feel to be a lady, an African lady in culture at this time in Cameroon?
It's so honorable.
Mm-hmm.
It's so wonderful to valorize the identity from which we come from, to represent who we are, to represent our personality, and to stand for who we are. It's so...
I'm going to go straight in the question that I've been having in my mind since. How did you record that song? Because it is traditional, but we see everybody is singing. How did you do it? How did it go?
Yeah.
Did you put everybody in the studio or what?
Okay, I still remember that day. That is some 3 months back.
Mm-hmm.
I took a whole crew to the studio, and we were accompanied by several instruments.
Okay.
You can imagine. Most of the times, the routine way of recording, you see just 2 people or 1 person recording, because the DJ is doing most of the things through the machine, because things are mostly programmed.
Okay.
But most of the times that I go to the studio, it's always like a whole, they say, Chilli, you have carried the whole song.
Okay.
Yes, so you see mothers, you see drummers, you see, in fact, everybody is always there, because I choose one of the best for each instrument, so that they get to give me what I want.
So how do you do to write out your text? Are you the one who writes the text? How does it go?
Most of my songs, I write my text, but for the traditional songs like the Laafan, what I do is they are the ancient songs that had existed in my culture, in the culture, and most of the songs are already fast fading. So what I do is I recuperate some of those faint whispers, and I see how I could document them in a song, in an album.
I'm so happy she said document. It means that we are getting straight into the world of the author. It means that even in music, there is writing, there is reading, and all what you can imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting straight into the discovery of what is writing and reading for this edition. Youths go for greener pastures abroad. Many cannot describe their journey without having a teardrop. Many manage to get a life in those far lands, but many never forget their sweet home. Through his novel, Lettres d'un Benguiste à sa mère, Christian Kouyaté brings up once more the difficulties African migrants face while in the white man's land. A dream they always had, a wish to get a better life over there. A young man reaches out to his mother. He feels the need to tell her what he goes through, how those people handle her precious child. The young man, after crossing a rough period to get into that dreamland, now has to face the difficulties of integration.
Christian Kwate, young Cameroonian author, believes every migrant misses the link with Mother Africa, and writing a letter can only bring some heat in the world of winter the migrant has to cope with. A novel you can have also in Italian language, second home to our inspired writer, Kwate Foto Christian.
Ago when he was in Cameroon, and I can tell you that he's inspired, and that book is really meant to give the link between the migrant and his family, how he misses the mother, he misses the family, and how he really wishes that they were around him all the time. It's a lonely place, and it's not at all easy for the people out there. So we are going to continue our program. We're having Chilli with us, and she has been also reading, she has also been writing, and that's why she's here with us today, because she's somebody who is completely into culture. So tell us, Chilli, when they get to your place, you said you're from the Saw tribe.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us, what is the work of art which symbolizes mostly the Saw people?
The work of art that
Is
symbolize.
there a juju? Is there a mask? Is there a
Yes, yes. The rhythm that I always manifest is called the thought rhythm, and this thought rhythm is backed by some very beautiful masquerades with beautiful hair. Yeah, it's the symbol of the stronghold, the strength, the persistence of the Saw woman.
wow.
Because these rhythms used to be when, in a case where the Saw woman had a grievance and she wanted to air this grievance, or she had something really bubbling in her heart and she wanted to say it out, she would use this rhythm called the thought to air out her grievance.
Okay.
So this rhythm went so far and wide to pass across messages, and they used to manifest this rhythm with this beautiful dance called the thought, with beautiful masquerades, with beautiful hair. So this hair too equally symbolizes the beauty of the Saw woman.
I'm so happy today. You see, I'm listening to her, I'm just following her. I imagine that you also the other way, you're just watching and hearing. You see a lady, she's beautiful, she's talented, and she's also having the knowledge. And it's important. You don't need to be, how can I say, 60 years to be recounting the story from your place. You learn it every day, and that is very, very important. For this edition, we are going to get to the Gari, and the Gari is in Benin. So we'll get to Benin, where we are going to have this special mask. It's ivory made mask. Ivory is from ivory, yes, as they say, the horn of the elephant. But it has a particularity that we propose that for this edition you discover.
I think this is one of the most special objects in the whole of the British Museum collection. It's one of those things that when you see it, when you stand in the presence of it, you understand why museums are so important. It is exquisite. It's carved in ivory. It's about 500 years old, carved on the coast of what is today Nigeria. It's of a woman, beautiful, personal. It's not that anonymous African art, just a figure. This is a particular person, and you look into her eyes and you want to know her story. Nigeria is a vast nation made up of lots of different regions. And one of the coastal regions is called Edo. And sitting within it is a city called Benin. And that was the center of the ancient Edo kingdom. And that was the area where Oba Essegy, who's someone who you see depicted in the Benin bronzes, came from. This is a mask of the Queen Mother of Benin. Her name was Idia. This was a woman who fought incredibly tenaciously to secure her son's lineage. there were two rival sons. The father dies. They both have different mothers. Idia, she wants her son, Esigi, to become the next king. And it's her strategic genius that maneuvers her son into being the next king. But this woman is steely and ruthless. But at the end of the day, what she's trying to secure is the future of this kingdom. The mask would have been made as a recognition of the incredible contribution of the Queen Mother. And it wouldn't have been worn on the face, it would be attached to someone's hip as a form of adornment. If you look at it, the hair is woven into little knots. And if you look very carefully at those knots, on the end of each one is a little figure. And that is a little Portuguese merchant. What the people of Edo State were very clever in doing was in creating a strategic alliance with the Portuguese. They traded cloth, and the Portuguese brought them brass, and they used that to create a whole new tradition of brasswork. Those Benin bronzes tell the story. They give you a sense of them taking on their rivals, consolidating this kingdom, building this incredible material culture around them. But they also were incredible craftspeople, and they would carve in ivory, in coral. Ivory being this gorgeous material that seems to luminesce almost like it's alive. It offers a sense of the sort of regality, the power of the person. Just above the eyes are two lines within which I imagine at some point there was inlaid coral or gold. You just get a sense of this being something which was so exquisitely finished. In 1885, a number of the most powerful European nations gather to divide up Africa. And for Britain, it means consolidating their presence in West Africa. You can imagine that for some of those states, they were probably quite happy as they were, independent, and Benin was one of those. They didn't want to be consumed within a British colony. And so they said no. The British representative was actually killed, and the British used that as an excuse to send in forces. And in 1897, they took Benin City.
Bamia tamak fun ayong chi corona Jefferson bamia tamak fun ayong chi corona kina lo fe it doesn't matter where you are kina dela corona yo kinga mambe yeah sanitize your hands every time la foule. Let's stay in our home. Love on the mouth. Sanitize your hands every time la foule. Let's stay in our home. Give up, carry on. Give up, carry on. Sandal yet if man no land the kind ways to stay away. Hey, boki kula wiri nyanya we suwara saiwara hirana kijuto bombe boki kula la yo dukingane tutorial amgane. Love on the mouth, sanitize your hands. Every tongue love full, let's stay in our homes. Love on the mouth, sanitize your hands. Every tongue love full, let's stay in our homes. Let's stay in our homes.
That's very important. The message was very important also, because we have to keep in mind that we are living a situation which is killing, which is not really pleasant for everybody, every human being, because right now the human beings are the center of things. But we know today that is the way we take our brother, the way we take our sisters, which is going to be the solution to end up the epidemic.
The epidemic.
Yes.
Seriously, we really need to keep safe. It's not a joke as we thought at first. It's a really serious matter, and we need to take all the precautions necessary to keep away from this silent killer.
Okay, you see, our artist today is really engaged. She watches the society, tries to bring a solution, talks out what she feels, and hopes that the public is going to be with her. But today, we are looking at you and we are seeing a beautiful woman. It means that in Africa, beauty is going to make it. Whatsoever we are facing, as long as we are having our looks, our shapes, and our ideas, we are going to make it through. So tell us, how do you decide that I'm coming to Afrikultures, I'm going to dress up? How does it go?
Yeah, it's true that most of the times I always like to appear in an African way, like an African woman, preserving and valorizing the African culture. So I decided to represent the region from which I come from, the Northwest region.
So are you a designer, or do you have a particular designer with who you work?
Yes. Aside music, I'm a designer.
Okay, tell us more, because we are getting right into the podium for this edition.
Yes, aside music, I'm a fashion designer. I'm so passionate about fashion, and I realized that at a certain time, fashion really supported my career, because each time I appear on stage with a dress, an African wear that is so unique, so different, handmade with our Togo embroidery, I always have a lot of other artist colleagues that admire it, appreciate it, and some even buy it from me after my performance.
So how do you do? What inspires you when you decide to create a dress?
I get inspiration from some of the existing already made designs, and I see how I can add to it, and at times too I get my inspiration from our beautiful colors, and through those colors I see how I can make my designs imposing.
Is it not too costly to dress African?
Yeah, I think most of the times it's costly than the normal regular wears. Yes, especially with this our Togo designs. To do this marking embroidery that you see on my dress, it takes at least 3 days to do just the embroidery you see on the dress.
Is it with the hands? You do
Yes,
handmade?
handmade.
Wow.
You use a needle and a thread to do it.
3 days?
Yes, at least 3 days to do the embroidery on the dress.
Wow, that is something we got today. If you want to have more, you have the WhatsApp number which is coming up. You can get to her to have your own way of dressing, and even the way to tie your hair. You see, today she has come with everything to inspire us. We are getting into the world of the podium, as you rightly understood. We are going to watch this element, and I assure you, you will not regret waiting for more. So, Chili, tell us, when do we have such a fashion show with you at the center of it?
Okay. For now, since we have
The corona issue, we all know
but
about
obviously, my next concert,
it.
I'll be merging it with a fashion show.
parade.
Yes.
It's important because what you're doing is what they call collections.
Yes.
It's collections because when you watch what is coming, you will see the lady has made dresses, sewed them, and created a whole way, a whole life in the creativity that she has. So we are going to enjoy it very soon, but we are going to get into her world and understand, how did you get into music?
I got into music technically through the church. I've been singing in church choirs since primary school.
Okay.
Because in primary school I was in the cadet of Mary and we used to sing. So when I got to the secondary school, I joined the choir in church in Kumbo, by then Tobin. That was the JMJ choir, Jesus, Mary and Joseph choir. So, and that same period too, I joined the school choir, the government school choir.
So somebody picked you up and told you that you could sing, or you just decided that I'll get to a studio?
Yes, I realized that when I was in church choir, there are some people who used to appreciate me, some one or two persons who used to pick me out, like, okay, Chilli, you chant this song, you can lead this song. And that's how I started discovering that I surely had something special. So, and that gave me the courage to join the school choir in the secondary school. And apart from that, I still quite remember that in the secondary school, I had 4 friends. We came together and we created a group that we called the Unique Singers.
Okay, is that the group that brought you into the studio for the first time?
Still then, I hadn't yet visited the studio. But in that group, it really brought some gods in me, trained me, because it was a very powerful a cappella group, and all my friends that we used to sing together, they were great singers.
It seems as if you remember them. Can we have the names?
Yes. I would like to say hello to Nicoline. We used to call her Next. She had a very powerful voice. Seriously, she's one of those friends that I used to think that if I should revive her talent, I would get to her.
Okay.
And I equally always feel bad that some of those people that I looked up to, they had very amazing voices. And I used to hang around them, trying to sing like them. And that equally teaches us that at times in life, those people that we usually look up to at times, they might not be the ones.
The thing is, when you have the talent, you don't believe in it, it dies. Whatever you do, and that's the message we have in Afrikultures, we would like to tell the youths that don't let the world tell you or guide you on how you should think. Because we see certain people on the African continent who are having all the capacities.
Seriously.
But from a word to say, when somebody says, no, you can't, the person drops, and we find somebody with all the talent complaining every day and blaming the others for the
Each time I see her,
failures.
I'm like, Next, how far?
No, it is.
She had a voice that when she sings, everybody starts coming like that. Seriously. Oh
so
my
you understand
God.
that the idea we have today is to talk to the youths, to tell them, if you believe in yourself, you
can
make it.
Yes.
Because at the time when you observe certain people, they have everything, but they meet the wrong people or they hear the wrong sentences,
yeah.
and at that time there is a blow. Or you have the impression that every time you fail, every time you go and you have no positive reply, it means that what you're doing is wrong.
It's wrong.
It is because you, Chilli, took time to persevere. Because I remember how I met you. I never knew about Chilli, and Chilli was just there, and up to today I can't forget that day. You know, you had a reaction, you were so positive, and I was hosting an event, and Chilli was there. Chilli told me, I want to sing. I said, sing what? Chilli would tell me, I can sing, or I can sing. And when I just stood, I said, let me try. I gave the mic to Chilli. The hall was
Everybody
off.
was,
Everybody was off, and the person having the event came and told me, Tessa, call that girl again. We need her back again. And you know, that was long ago. And it means that you have crossed so many, many obstacles. But today, you're here with us, you're on Afrikultures, and we are celebrating you. So it means that whatsoever you have, you have to persevere.
You have to
Tell us
persevere.
about the awards. How many awards? I think you have them in the house and you're counting them.
Yes. Before I talk about the awards, I would like to beg for some time to go a little bit to what you just said, which is very, very important. The few people that know me know that what I earned, I worked for it. And I'm saying this because I know a lot of young people are watching me. You need to work hard. You need to fight for what you want to be. It will not come easily. And you need to seize every opportunity that comes your way. Yes, the event where I met her, it's true. I met her at the point where I had gone to the US and come back. I met her at the point where I had performed in lots of national events. But it's never enough. You need to keep going further. And when you get to a platform where you know that people don't know you, why not impose yourself? So I realized that some of the faces never knew who Wawaye was. I met her, I said, okay, I would like to perform. There was no artist. So at times you just need to give your talent out for free to make people know you. So just never let it go.
Every day is an occasion for you to let people know more about you. When you get frustrated because of ego, I'm sure you will get home and you'll sleep and others will be making it for you.
Oh, yes.
So tell us about the awards. I really need to know them because...
I have won several awards. My first main award was the Bui Music Award, meaning the locality from which I came from was already recognizing and celebrating me in one way or the other. I want to say thank you to the author of this award, Ben Laplage, and I won. And the next year, I equally won the first main award again as the best folklore music for Bui, and I kept working. It's true, I wasn't opening my eyes on awards, and there are other many awards that have been coming, but I think hard work will lead me to those awards, though I don't put my eyes on awards. But last year I was so surprised to take the Red Feather Award as the best folklore music for 2019. And when I was invited to Hilton Hotel in Yaoundé, I actually wasn't expecting an award. And when they called me Chilli Wawaye, I was so surprised. It's really always very amazing when you're taken by surprise. Some people go for awards already knowing that
they will have it.
They will have it, or maybe they are negotiated, or maybe someone had told them. But that's surprise, and I was there with my mom. Oh my God, I shouted.
It's once in a lifetime.
Yes.
You enjoy it.
Oh.
It's your life. And you're living your life. You're making your story.
Yes.
I'll invite you to watch out what she brought for us. What is really great, a great one. I don't know how to describe it. Watch it. She's the artist for this edition.
Oh, yo, I found
said it to Chilli some minutes ago. I'm very impressed because it's a young lady who is bringing to us tradition. It is modern music and it's traditional and it's a young figure. It means that we have to stick to our culture as possible. And we can be in our culture and still be sexy, looking good,
looking
and all
beautiful,
the likes. So
gorgeous.
it's possible because
very
many young
possible.
girls today, they will tell you that, no, I can't do this because I'll look old-fashioned, I'll look like my mother. No, you can still be modern and traditionally looking. You're going to be a beautiful African woman. We all are, and we are proud of it. So Chilli, tell me, have you ever thought about doing movies, playing movies?
Yes, I've thought about it, and a couple of people had contacted me to that light. And even when I was in the secondary school, I used to be part of the drama club.
Okay.
So, and that gave me some little skills on how I could act. So I think sometime to come, I could love to be part of a movie.
So it means that if you weren't the star in the music, you'll have been a star in movies.
Yeah.
So tell us, which type of movies attracts you? Romantic, African, romantic, or
I love
horror? Or what?
I love African movies. I love horror. Horror movies at times drag my attention, and I equally love romantic movies.
Okay, so tell us, when you have a look at the Cameroonian industry today of movies, what is your view? Do you think something has changed? Is there something you would like to see more in the domain?
Yeah, something has actually evolved, and I really appreciate the moves our actresses and our actors are putting to revamp our movie industry. And there's this particular movie that really catches my attention.
Which one is that?
Saving Bango. I really loved how Laura Onyama, how she acts, and with the guy who was part of the movie too. Yes, I really appreciated their
play
and their sincerity towards.
It's just a movie. It's just a movie. Okay. Sometimes we get involved into the movie and we forget that it's just a play.
Yes,
it's not a
just
reality.
Yeah.
So thank you, Chilli, for your vision of the movie industry in Cameroon today. And we are not going to broadcast Saving Bango today. So many have been talking about it. We'll see what we can do. But for this edition, we'd like to offer you this trailer, and more is to come.
His chief daddy will give us the money.
Yes. Do you know this man said we should write anything we want for Christmas?
What's a good money, you know?
Chief daddy!
Gabo, you have killed him with all your troubles.
Yeah, me.
My husband's body is barely cold, and the first thing out of your mouth is his will.
Kemi! Lenwe! O ma baje o. Chief daddy is dead? Eh? Chief daddy is dead? Oh, what is dead?
Come here!
We are all here for one person. Even though we may not like what the present situation is, we need to remember that that one person meant everything to us.
I should know my husband better than anybody.
You really do.
Get out of my house!
Yeah, I'm gonna get all my man them. We're gonna come there and wreck the party.
Oh, Bieri Debe.
If I call Uncle Tega for you now, your money is gone.
I thought this was supposed to be a dignified family meeting. Who called all these people?
Anyone that hasn't got child from my dad is illegitimate, in my opinion. If I'm gonna be successful...
You are not a street brat. You're a Beecroft.
Street attitude, Mom, you need to allow it.
Èmi tẹ́ni ọmọ Beecroft. Kò jọ láti kò jọ lóko àǹtí.
Father, please save these paupers from the spirit of hunger.
Amen.
What did you say? What did you just hear?
We don't joke. We always go forward. We are in a condition where we have to think about ourselves. We have to sell ourselves to the world. We have spent time talking about ourselves so negatively to the world that today we should not be surprised with what is coming back to us. If you talk to the other and spend time telling them how you're suffering, how you have nothing good going on, I think that tomorrow the disrespect we are seeing all over the continent, all over the world, to the African, to the black race, is really somehow our fault. So let's try now to talk to the world like equal people. Let's talk like people we know that they also have their evil and that we also know them, but we take them with respect. Let's all respect each and everyone and make it a reality. So we are having Chilli with us. And Chilli, how did you find that movie?
So amazing.
Every day there's something new,
So
something
amazing.
beautiful going on. So we are going to stick to this and get into the agenda. In the agenda of our program, we talk about what is to come, or what happened. You know, it's what is to come concerning the cultural domain, or what happened. And that was very interesting. And for this one, we are going to see about the Ugandan hair. In Uganda, women are now keeping their hair natural. I suppose you're amongst them.
Yes, I have natural hair.
I knew I had a nappy with me and that you understand what is going on. So we're going to watch how in Uganda the nappy hair has taken all over. All the women are just thinking of protecting their hair and getting back to nature. Watch it and meet us just after that.
In Uganda, more women have started to embrace natural hairstyles. However, many describe the maintenance as tough and an inconvenience. Last week, women flocked to the Kinks and Carl's Hair exhibition in Kampala. Here, designers, product manufacturers and enthusiasts share their passion for a hairstyle that many once saw as outdated. Lawyers Lydia Kahuga and Rowena Rubowa exhibited not just their own natural hair, but Afro hair products. Their natural hair journey was guided in part by the high cost of maintaining chemically straightened hair. Rowena says as a student at Makerere University, she would spend more than $50 a month on her hair, an amount she was not able to sustain.
When I found Lydia, who was stylish with her hair, like she was come to class, she's come to class with so many different hairstyles in her natural hair.
The decision to go natural for many of these women did not come easy, especially when it means chopping all of the straightened hair.
When I went natural, I was very drastic. I cut all of it off, so I was bald. So even I was timid, you know, it was like, oh, should I wear a hat? So, of course, some people were looking at me like, why would you take that drastic move? But I think with time I just got comfortable.
To avoid the stigma of natural hairstyles, many Ugandan women keep their hair straightened or use extensions and wigs. But Lydia says this too is changing.
Having natural hair doesn't mean that your hair isn't workplace worthy or look serious or formal or all that. There's so many ways you can hold. Like I said, natural hair is so versatile, so versatile. There's so many things you can do with your hair. You can curl it.
While Afro hair enthusiasts are increasing in Uganda, the synthetic hair market remains strong. In 2017, Uganda imported over 566,000 kilograms of synthetic hair, valued at more than $3.2 million. Irene Nachibombo operates from downtown Kampala, selling synthetic hair. She says that for women who find it hard to go natural but want to look the part, the market accommodates them too.
You bring variety, you bring straight pieces, you bring even the natural pieces, the curly ones, even the straight but natural, so that people will still find what they want.
To assist natural hair lovers, Rowena and Lydia have taken to blogging, where they showcase information on how to maintain natural hair, the latest organic products to use, and Afro salons to go to. Halima Athmani for VOA News, Kampala.
Yes, being a nappy is something very good. Yes, it's also very costly, and We are also happy to see that some sisters are really thinking about it, and that
Oh,
it's yes, it's part of our life. We have to be ourselves. You can be yourself in your mind
Oh,
and
yeah.
also physically.
Physically.
If you think the idea, I really like it, but my problem is that sometimes we like to be physically Africans, but inside we are not, Africans, and that's the the evil we have around what we are doing. There are
Mhm.
many who cry out that I'm Pan-Africanist, I'm this,
But this.
but at the last moment when you say that an African discovered like the drugs for the COVID is from maybe Africa, the person will say, has OMS said yes to it? You understand
Seriously.
that we are still having that
Seriously.
colonial affliction, and
Mhm.
it's so sad. But we are happy to see that we valorize ourselves, we sell ourselves to the world in a positive way. We are not different from the world. We are just human beings
Mhm.
having our culture, and we believe in it. So tell me, Chilli, what really pained you? What really was your biggest pain in the domain of in this musical domain?
Okay, it's true. Nobody ever said anything was easy. When I started my career, I had some difficulties regarding having a producer, regarding having a promoter, and all the rest. But at a certain time, I turned to realize that I just had to develop myself, work more on myself, keep doing my thing, because we are in a country where a lot of things you have to do them by yourself to get where you want to get. If you start sitting and counting on them to come before you can start and work, then you will see yourself turning on the same spot. So, and those difficulties in one way or the other boosted me and made me the person that I am today. They really made me to be that unstoppable person, very persistent. I hardly give up.
So you cried, you cleaned the tears, and you
Yes.
said, I'm coming back.
Yes, and it made me to finally open my own label.
And when was your greatest moment?
My greatest moments, one of my greatest moments was when, firstly, when I was introduced to the Ministry of Arts and Culture in my career, when they discovered me and discovered what I was doing. It was like opening a window of light in a room of darkness.
Okay.
It brought a lot of smiles and joys. I want to thank Asheri Kilo. By then she was the technical advisor, and she watched me on a program on TV. And as I said at times, always do things for free. This was a school program, and I decided to, and the program was on books,
Okay.
encouraging young people to read books. So I went with my guitar and I composed a song encouraging the young people to read books.
Okay.
And that is how she saw me on TV and said, I would like to have the contact of this Chilli.
This young lady,
Yes. She contacted Ate Bazo, and that's how I found my way to the Ministry of Culture. She was so amazed. She said, I watched you and it was good.
Keep up. Yes.
Keep up. That is how I got my way into the Ministry of Arts and Culture. Until today, I've been performing in whole lots of.
It's very simple. Sell yourself. When you're giving a platform, you should not just come and complain. Come and say, sell yourself, as
Sell
they say.
yourself,
You
sell
don't come
yourself.
to be criticizing, and when you bring out negative thoughts, you receive negative results.
Very,
and
very
that's
true.
what you should break from.
Very
And that
true.
is why on Afrikultures we are having guests like her who are going to come and talk about their experience. There are many who sit down and say it's because you know somebody who knows. No, leave that one.
Leave
Go
the one of
for
knowing
it.
somebody.
Go for it and sell yourself positive. You will just receive the positive vibes. So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get to the discovery. For this one, we'll get to northern part of Cameroon. It was a pleasure for Afrikultures. We were invited over there, and we were very, very happy about what we saw. With Alaji Abo, because he gave us time, he listened to us, and he told us, you should keep up, because you young people of today have abandoned your culture. And that's why you're suffering. So, Alaji Abo, we are thanking you for giving us the opportunity to discover who you are, to sell ourselves to the community, and bring back this element. It's the Boom Festival, which was there, and Afrikultures took time to bring back this to you. Watch it, and we'll conclude with Chilli Wawaye just after that.
Attention des photographes, s'il vous plaît. Ne barrez pas la vue aux autorités qui sont en train d'apprécier ces qualités, n'est-ce pas, de danse traditionnelle. Je rappelle que c'est la danse Sioux, la danse d'initiation de la jeune fille dans le village de Mboum, avant que la jeune fille n'aille au mariage. Avant que la jeune fille n'aille en mariage, eh bien, elle doit subir une formation. Sous notre si on parlerait de la formation militaire. Mais ici, c'est une formation à la vie. À travers cette initiation, la jeune fille est capable de tenir son foyer, de savoir comment accoucher un enfant, pour la petite histoire. Également, savoir comment tenir et contenir son mari. Et donc, cette initiation permet à la jeune fille d'affronter toutes les difficultés de la vie. Si jamais un jour, il arrivait... C'était là juste pour vous faire voir ce qui va se passer pendant ce festival. Elles ont là présenté un de leurs titres, ou alors une de leurs chorégraphies. Ceux qui pourront, après, nous vous invitons à être avec nous tout au long de ces 3 jours pour découvrir encore d'autres facettes de ce groupe, d'ailleurs très prisé dans tous les festivals qui ont été organisés par la reine. Je l'appelle ainsi parce que cela me sort du fond du cœur. La reine de Chilli Wawaye, depuis pratiquement 52 ans. Monsieur le Président, le PCO. Et voilà le maire également qui se lève. Ah, ça nous fait plaisir. Quand les autorités se lèvent comme ça, c'est grave. La vie, une danse d'initiation des jeunes gens. Eux également passent un moment très important pour se former dans la brousse. Et quand ils reviennent en ville, la cérémonie des sorties est toujours sanctionnée par une partie de danse. Et c'est une danse qui est ordonnée, une chorégraphie synchronisée. D'ailleurs, vous allez le constater tout à l'heure. Que c'est beau.
Boom Festival. We have Cameroon, Chad, Central African Republic, and many others who come together to make the Boom people, and they have their festival, and we're a chance to have the images. We are happy, and we hope that you will send us proposals, you will send us images so that we can sell out a positive Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a great time we had together. We had Chilli with us, and she's going to give us her last message to the youth out there. But I would like to tell you one thing, is that you're an African, you are black, you must be proud. It's an opportunity, it's a chance. Don't complain, act, react, change the situation. Don't let others tell you that you cannot do it, because you will not do it then. But if you believe that you can make it, you will make it. So yes. Chilli, you have a word for us.
Persist till the impossible becomes possible, because all things are possible.
You can have it. We are going to live with Chilli. See you next edition. Bye-bye.
Ayo, ayo, yo, yeah. Ayo, yo, ayo. Ayo, ayo, yo, ayo. When you must see a vena, sister, sikalina. Ayo, when we are watching go, suffer, and say. Ayo, when we are and say, Young love away, the shake one more. Young love away, keke mine no. Young love away, the other like someone.